Okay, I'm going to try to make this short and sweet, which is difficult for me to do. This is a video response to my own video. I got 3 hours sleep last night because of this statement I made, which goes, does the intellect follow the will? A lot of turmoil I've brought myself to, and I'm concerned. In the previous video, I referred to a person who initiated this, who had a pocket full of master's degrees. If I may clarify, it was my pastor. Highly academic person, huge library. His hobby is reading. So he has a perspective on all things in life. Smart guy. Yes, you may say he's tainted because he's a Christian. That's okay. And this statement came from Thomas Aquinas. I tried to do some research on that. But my point now is it's beyond what that statement means generally. It's taken on a life of its own and what it means to me and to you. I've devised a game that I played today, Sunday, at church. It's created quite a ruckus. And if you want to play the game, you must abide by my rules. Don't tell me it's hypothetical, it can't happen, science can't do that. This game I made, and you must follow my rules. It's very simple. This game, I believe, will give you insight to who you are and your belief system. Mere Christianity made a great comment. He thought that allowing the will to influence or possibly go against the intellect was dishonest. I agree with that, 100%. But the problem is coming up, you'll see. Okay, are you ready to play the game? If you don't want to play, you don't need to make a comment because it's a game. The game starts. This is for both sides, evolutionists, creationists, doesn't matter if you're an atheist, agnostic, you believe in Buddha or whatever. The game begins. You wake up in the morning. Newspapers, radio stations, and TVs across the world make the biggest announcement in history. Science has proven there is no God. How do you respond? My Christian brothers and sisters, how will you deal with that? It's a proven fact now. That's part of the game. And I'm using the word science, but let's just say it's anything that you would believe to be true, to be a fact. My game is the word science. It's empirical, it's testable, it's a fact. God does not exist. My atheist, agnostic friends, you wake up in the morning and see in the newspapers, the radio, and TV across the world, science has proven God exists. What's your response? Okay, I've played that game with PhDs today, people with master's degrees, and just regular people. My pastor is definitely an academic. His library is massive. His hobby is reading. He has a good grip on the things of the world. He's not just theologically minded. I told him the scenario. His answer was, I'd step down from the pulpit and just try to help people. Okay? I asked a group of people. Most of them were upset and didn't like the phrasing of the statement. Well, that's okay. But if you play the game, that's a statement you have to deal with. The answers were pretty much centralized as I thought they would be. Now I'm going to tell you what my answer was. My life has been so changed by what I believe Jesus Christ said and did in the words of the Bible, that my response today would be, I would have to continue my belief, hoping and praying that science made a mistake. And the answer saddens me, because as Mere Christianity said, that would be dishonest. I'm denying the facts. I'm letting my will override my intellect. Remember the game. It's proven, without a doubt. Tomorrow, my answer may be, I'm going back to the old way. Let's break out the drugs, the alcohol, and party down. Why care? We are just an accident of evolution. It's about the survival of the fittest. Sure, maybe there's morality from community living that has evolved. If we're an accident, I'm not sure what I would do, but my initial thought is what I said. I would hope that science has made a mistake. And I hope that this doesn't influence your answer. But this is the point of this whole game. This debate has continued from the beginning of time. And I believe now, that I didn't 3 days ago when I read that statement, that the intellect should always lead. But after contemplating this and speaking to 15 different people, I think the will override the intellect. I really do. And I asked my pastor, what do you think of that statement? Do you believe it to be true? He says it is true. That's just his opinion. So my resulting summary of the issue is, if you're an atheist and say your will would override the facts, that you would not believe the facts of science, please remember that neither side is going to change their mind no matter what the evidence. And that's the bottom line for this entire exercise. Are we all so ingrained in what we believe by the facts that we have at hand for our side, that no matter what facts come up that would absolutely refute our beliefs, that we would not change our mind? That means the will does override the intellect. I'm still not sure what I think about that, but it kind of bothers me. But my life has been so changed by Christ that I'm just hoping science made a mistake. That's my answer. And I know science has. They used to think the universe was eternal. Well, I guess that's changed it a bit. And I'm sure there's many laws and facts in science, I'm assuming, I really don't know, that have changed. I know theories sure have.